Okay guys, I'm going to take you outside real quick. I want to show you what I got going on out here in my walkway. This is, let me adjust my camera so it comes back. There we go. This is the area that I plant my scented garden, so that when you walk up to the house, you get, the intoxicating smell of jasmine, which is what we've got going here. I've got my jasmine plant. And then over here, I like to plant some pretty colorful flowers. Um, it gets a lot of shade, so I've got to be careful what I plant over here. Um, I just want something colorful. I can put things in pots and move them around accordingly. If it looks like they're not doing well, I can, put them in another part of the yard. But in past years, I've had marigolds, petunias, just, various different flowers. And they do good up to a certain point. But then when it gets really hot, nothing really does great up here. So can you believe, wasn't it just a couple weeks ago I came out here and I pulled all these little weeds? Can you see them? I don't know if they're showing up on the camera. I went around and pulled them. And now, thanks to all the April showers that we've had, I get to come back out here again and clean this up. So, but yeah, that's what it's looking like right now. I know that's not pretty back there. I don't know what we're going to do with that. But the dirt area is where we're going to be growing most of our vegetables. We have some herbs up there on the hill, and it's not sunny out, so the flowers aren't open, but usually that whole hillside is lavender right now. And we used to have a giant tree right up there, and we had that taken down. Boy, did that cost a ton of money, and that's why you see that pile of wood there. We kept the wood and chopped it up so we can use it for camping, making campfires. So yeah, this is what we got going on right now. Oop, I think Jazz was trying to get out. Okay, let's go back in. It's cold. Well, good morning, guys. Happy Monday morning. If you're new here, Mondays are my busiest day of the week. I pick up 5 different grandkids from 5 different schools. My kids pay me to pick them up, so it's not an issue. Fortunately, I don't work on Mondays. I don't work my regular day job, so it doesn't interfere with that, because it takes a while once they start picking them up. Like I said, 5 different schools, And then Monday nights I like to do Uber. So yeah, it's going to be a busy day. Luckily, I woke up feeling okay, because some days, you wake up and you're just like, I'm just going to go back to bed. But with the weather being the way it is, these stupid May showers, isn't it supposed to be April showers bring May flowers, not May showers just keep coming? But that's where we're at. Just rain, rain, and more rain. So I'm kind of getting sick of it. I know it's good for us. We need it here in California, but it does have an impact on my mental health. You know what I mean? I need some sun. I'm ready to get out in the garden. I'm ready to get my hands in the dirt. I'm ready to plant some flowers. I just am over the rain. I'm sorry. So anyway, yeah, we're going to be dealing with that. I have a lot of new subscribers this weekend. I got a lot of new subscribers off my video about, being 63 and trying to find work. I wanted to clarify something, because I can tell a lot of you had a misconception. Oh, here comes my co-star Jazz. He'll be up on the desk in just a few moments. Well, no, he's going to go up on the couch and just watch today. Good. I am married. I do have a partner. I am working to pay off what few debts I have. I did have to get in debt to some degree, and I'm trying to pay these debts off within 2 years. I have a 2-year plan, and I'm hoping to retire at 65, maybe 67, depending on my health, if it holds up. But right now, I am mainly working to pay down those debts, and to put a little money back in our bank account, because we do have a savings. and it dwindled. If you guys are really interested in it, I've got some really great videos about all these unfortunate events that happened along the way and kind of drained our bank account. And that's why I'm trying to help replenish that, because I think we're going to need a lot more money than we originally planned on with the economy being the way it is. My husband and we're both going to be getting a Social Security check. Fortunately, there will be two of us. We have our home. It is almost paid off. I keep saying it's paid off because we owe next to nothing on it, and our house payment is next to nothing compared. We bought it 25 years ago, so I really don't talk much about it. But by the time we retire, we'll be in a good position. So yeah, I'm not struggling like a lot of people. They're trying to be helpful and they're worried, and it's like it's not like that. I'm just upset because I can't find as good of a job as I once had prior to leaving the workforce. I had to leave the workforce about 7 years ago to take care of my sister. I talk about that ad nauseum. And when I came back out of back out into the workforce, I was having a tough time finding a job. I was 62. Nobody wanted to hire me. I don't have a huge skill set. I can teach art, and that's what I'm doing right now. During the day, I do art therapy with autistic adults, and it's coming to an end June 1st. So I will not be doing that. I will just be doing Uber and making YouTube videos, and I also do something called Connect with Me. I'll talk more about that later. But yeah, so those are the jobs I'm doing. I would like to find another good day job like I had. Oh, sorry about that. I record with my phone sometimes. I have a beautiful camera. I like to use that when I'm doing outdoor shots and stuff. It's just fabulous. But anyway, so yeah, I would like to find another day job. I don't need to work full time. I don't want to work full time. Like I said, I just need to pay down these few debts. And the reason that I refuse to work for minimum wage, because people chastise me for that all the time, is because my time is limited. I'm 63. I'm not in my 30s. I can't work another 20 years. So I need to make as much as I can in a shorter amount of time. And I know there are jobs out there that will pay more. They're hard to come by. So I keep looking. And that's why I'm doing Uber, because believe it or not, it pays me more than minimum wage. So until I can find something to replace this, I'll just continue doing this. It's profitable for me because of the area I live in. It's not for everybody. Not everybody. I'm not suggesting everybody should do this, but I live in a retirement community. A lot of older folks don't drive anymore, so they need somebody to go pick up their groceries and their food. So it works out really well for me. I don't have to drive far. I'm not putting a lot of miles on my car. And yeah, it's doing good, but it's not a career, and I don't want to do it forever. I'm just hoping to find another amazing job like my day job. I fell into that one, and I was very fortunate. So, but yeah, enough about that, because I talk about that a lot, and I know it gets boring because that's mainly what my channel is about. But there's also other things going on in my life after 60. I'm trying to be more active. I've regained my health. That's another thing I talk about ad nauseum is, going from being severely sick, bedridden, super depressed, a hemoglobin count of 6.2, getting blood transfusions, to what you see now. I changed my diet. I lost 56 pounds. I regained my health, which thank God, because I would not be going back to work if I hadn't, So I started this YouTube channel just mainly as therapy, and now I've made a ton of new friends across the globe, and it's become a second job. It's been wonderful. I make enough to make my car payment. So I want to keep that going. I've been very fortunate, and it doesn't cost you guys anything. All I need from you is your undying love and affection, and to give me a thumbs up occasionally, and leave me comments. Comments help with the algorithms. So those of you that leave a lot of comments, I love you. It does not annoy me. You've asked me. No, I love it. The more comments, the better. I don't always respond to all the comments because I do get a lot, and I am kind of busy, but I do see them. If you get a heart and a thumbs up, I read it. I try to respond because some of them, you guys are so amazingly kind. There's so many wonderful, lovely people out there, and I appreciate it because it keeps me going. Seriously, because I can get 50 great comments and then I get one, and it's that one that brings you down. But I try to let it go. I try to be nice. I try to respond in a nice way too, because I don't want to be rude just because they're being rude. And sometimes I don't even know if they're being rude or if they're just being blunt and they don't realize how they're coming across. So I try to watch what I say, but sometimes I can be snarky and then I regret it later. I feel bad. It's like, darn it. And then I'll go back to say something and they have deleted the comment because maybe I offended them. And I don't mean to be like that. I'm not that kind of person. I try to be nice, even when people aren't always nice to me. I try to be kind. That's my motto because you never know what anybody's going through. What, they may not mean to be that way. They're just having a bad day. We've all had days like that where we get snarky and snippety and then there's some people that are just ornery. And I've gotten a few of those too. So, but I try not to deal with that. How long have I talked? Okay, I'm doing good. I can talk. I can talk a lot. Sometimes I get carried away, and that's not good either. I like to know more about you guys. I wish YouTube allowed pictures in the comments because I would love to see your gardens and the things you guys are working on right now. That's why I suggest you guys start a YouTube channel, not to do it for monetary reasons, but just because it's therapeutic and you can share your pictures with your friends and stuff. We can see what's going on in your life. So if you're interested, pick up your camera and start recording. And I would subscribe to your channel. A lot of you have channels and I didn't even realize that. That you've been coming here and commenting, and then all of a sudden you mention your channel. I was like, you should have told me. I would have subscribed, eons ago. I love looking at new channels. I love YouTube. That's all I watch. I don't even watch regular TV anymore. There's nothing good on. Once in a while there is. I liked watching like Yellowstone and Breaking Bad and Sons of Anarchy and The Sopranos. And, I never did get into Game of Thrones. It was a little too intense and violent for me. But I hear it was really good. Some things are too intense. Even Sons of Anarchy would get that way. And Breaking Bad, I could only watch like one episode at a time. It's like, I need a break. Too much drama. I'm not used to that. I lead a very quiet life despite having 8 grandkids and 3 adult children. We live in California, and I know a lot of you hate it. I'm sorry. It's my home. I got to put up with it, you guys. I got to deal with it. My house is here. It would just be too much. So I go visit other states, and I think that the whole United States has beauty all across the United States. There's places I want to visit. The people are amazing. I'd like to go abroad. I'd like to go to the UK. I'd like to go to Australia and Italy and France and all that stuff, but it all takes money. And I don't have a lot. We're working on just having enough to supplement our monthly income, our Social Security checks. That's what I'm trying to do because I still want to live my life. Even once we're retired, I still want to be able to do some things, I don't want to just sit home and be frugal. I am frugal, believe it or not. People always act like I'm not, but I am. I find ways. I don't buy things new. Or if I do, I buy them very cheap. I like garage sales and thrift stores, and I actually run a freebie site and I run a garage sale site for our town, so I get to see what's available and I get first dibs on things. So that's one of the reasons I did it. And it's the largest site for our community. My son and I run it, and I have furnished my home. So yeah, believe it or not, I can be very frugal. I talk about, my hair and my makeup and all that kind of stuff. If you're interested, I do that all on the cheap. But if you like to buy good stuff, I'm not the person to look to. Everything I buy is Dollar Tree and TJ Maxx, Ross. That's where I shop. As far as my clothes, same thing. Shein, Temu. Although now, I guess with the tariffs and stuff, the things aren't as cheap as they used to be. But it doesn't matter because I don't shop anymore. I can't even remember the last time I bought clothes. It has been a long time, and I need to because I did lose some weight and everything's getting too big, but I'm still too cheap. I still have weight to lose. And that's another thing we're going to be talking about. I still have another at least 40 pounds to lose, and I'm working on that. And I talk about that periodically about how terrible it's going, but I'm working at it. It's coming along, and I feel good. That's the main thing. At this age, I want to feel good. And I do. I feel good. I'm active. I feel healthy. If the weight never comes off, well, then I'll just be chubby for the rest of my life. There's worse things, right? As long as it doesn't impede my health, I'm okay with it. But honestly, I know carrying around extra weight is not good for me. So yeah, ultimately, I would like to lose the weight. And you guys have all given me a ton of suggestions, and it's so funny because they're so varying in degrees. What works for one person may not work for the next, and I know that. I've tried all the diets, had weight loss surgery. Y'all hear all about that too. But what I'm doing seems to be working because I feel good. And that's the most important part, right? You want to feel good. Even more than look good. When I was younger, it would have been just the opposite. I didn't care about being sick. I wanted to look good, damn it. Well, now I'm 63 and I just want to feel good because I've felt terrible. I know what it's like and it's not fun. So I want to enjoy what time I have left. I talk about being an older woman, how proud I am of it. I think a lot of people think that old means decrepit and worn out, used up. It just means I've lived a long time and I feel like I have some wisdom to share because of it and a lot of experiences and memories. And it's not a bad word. It's not a bad word to me. And I want to share that with other women. It's okay. I know our society tells us otherwise, but it's okay to be an older woman. You just got to learn to be comfortable in your own skin and to appreciate life at this point in time. It's different. It's not going to be the same as it was in our 20s, 30s, 40s, or even 50s. Things are going to change and they're going to change again in your 70s and 80s and 90s. And I know people that are in their 90s and 80s and that are doing amazing and they're very inspirational. So I look to them. I try not to look at all the youngsters and what they're doing. It's the crazy things that are happening right now with, all the Botox and the fillers and all that stuff. But, I don't want to judge people. You do what you need to do. But I just feel like they're pushing that, on all these channels and TikTok and all that stuff. And it's just silly. I wish, young girls would realize that, their beauty is truly comes from in. I know we've heard that all our lives, but it's one thing to hear it. It's another thing to actually believe it. So anyway, yeah, I do have to get rolling. I'm going to be picking up some kids. I don't know if I'll take you guys with me, if it's anything exciting happens, but otherwise, thank you guys for being here. I appreciate you. Give me a thumbs up. If you're new, leave me a comment. Let me know where you're from. And yeah, I've got another video coming out later. I'm working on a lot of videos actually to do with herbs and stuff. And those are going to take a little more time. I'm hoping to have those out soon. So stay with me. And I hope you enjoy being here. Leave me a comment and I will see you in the next video.